We got a surprise coming on Friday. I found out it's coming on Friday. I'm not gonna get emotional.
What could it be?
Oh,
Joey.
look at this.
Yeah.
So I had Mom order us this here the other day. You'll see. I mainly ordered it for the race sleds, but you ever seen one of these? That's cool. We need to get
Spark plugs?
Yeah. You put them upside down and then you turn this, plug it in to 120 and you turn this dial and it shows your working speed, RPMs type thing, and it'll snap them so you can watch your spark to see if it's good, bad, or if they're a nice spark or whatever.
I'll be damned.
You can, or if you want to tweak the electrode a little bit or trim it or whatever you want to do to get more of a consistent spark.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Rather than one that dances all over the place,
Right.
you can angle that electrode and it'll be just a nice steady.
Yep. You want to go grab a couple spark plugs?
I'll take some out of my car.
It wasn't very much. It was like $30 for this thing. Let's go try it out. Come back over here by the snowcats. I'll bring it to you, Dane. Woo! Holy shit, Dane. I had this thing on. See, look at how they dance all over the place. Turning it down. I wish you guys could see this better. It's kind of cool. If you trim the top of that off, we're going to do that right now. Okay, cutting wheel. What we're going to use, some sort of thing over here. Right here, look. Got a nice big one right here. Way overkill, but I'll run it and you run this thing.
No, I don't think so. You ever see that episode with Tim Taylor and Al Borland? Well, I trust Tim with anything. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, he says. Okay.
Finisher.
This is a little bit of an extreme side gap, but we're going to try it anyway.
Yeah, that's why. Experiment. You know how nice and steady that is.
Mm-hmm. See that? It's not dancing. Look at that one. See how it dances all over the place? Side gap versus top gap. Look at it dance. Way more consistent spark. And even when I dial it down from the very beginning, look, it's just zinging. Isn't that something?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Well, it seems like everyone enjoys the National Farm Machinery Show video, Dane.
Yeah. I love to fly, but I'm kind of done flying for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I suppose we better run to town and look at that transmission.
Oh, that's right. Let me give him a quote.
So we got a Pete in to get a clutch put in. Well, then they get into it and oh, well, you need a transmission. I don't know. We'll see about that. I want to go look at it. If anything, we'll see what we can do as far as just bringing it over to... We got a tranny place out in North Dakota that we can possibly bring it to. Keep dreaming.
2.5
What's the size of the hose?
inches.
1 inch?
Inches, not millimeters.
Oh,
3/4.
Dane. Have you been using the tape measures again in the shop?
Yep. See, it's all wore out.
It's it's 3.5 inches, huh? That's the, don't mind that.
That's just one.
That's just, we're just,
That's the radius of one.
we're just, don't mind the Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, we're gonna go to town. It's so bright out and cold. Bright and cold.
Did you warm this thing up?
I did, but it's 20 below, Daner.
You ain't got no gas either.
Oh shit. Yeah, we'll have to get some gas. Okay, well, we're in town at Fabtech. They're making our little piece for us. Oh, the one over there. I'm gonna go over here and find it. Oh, there she is. Kind of sad looking, Dane. Oh my gosh, we got some corrosion going on here. Dane, look at this. I'm surprised this thing even starts. We're gonna need new batteries, Dane.
Batteries,
holy buckets.
disconnect them.
That's a lot of shit hanging there. Ah.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Are you sad, Dan? So what's the deal, guys? Who wants to tell me? Huh?
Huh?
What's the story?
Something's going to be part in there.
Not just wear?
No, these pieces over here are too big for wear. You get in there. That's the bearing or race coming apart.
Yeah, the silver, or the...
Well, right now though, they're fines.
They're fines, but they're way bigger than the fines that are acceptable.
Oh.
Yeah, that's something coming apart. If it was something just down in the magnet, you know that when you touch it, it turns black.
Sure.
Then I wouldn't be concerned. But those are definitely a bearing or something coming apart. Or
Okay, it's just surprising with it only having like 200,000 miles on it.
Mm-hmm. But your PTO pump sits off that too, you know. PTO pump is the hardest thing in any system
Okay.
because it's, I mean, hydraulic shock basically, you know, it's always pumping and, you know.
We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do, Dane.
Yeah.
Probably gonna end up having to just run it to Minto and have them put some bearings in it or something. Probably be cheaper to do that than put a whole new tranny in. Well, since we're in town, we can't turn down going into Nelson's here and getting a karma roll.
Oh gosh.
We figured we better stop by for a karma roll.
Well, yes, come on in. We got caramel and cinnamon. Awesome.
Ooh, looking good. How was your roll?
Well, there's nothing left, so it was okay. Top shelf.
Pretty good stuff.
Okay, so I had two.
We better get to the farm and get something done. Well, here's Main Street. 20 below and people are still moving around. Just another day up here. Right, Daner?
Yep.
20 below and it don't matter.
Well, what are we gonna do? Crawl in a hole? Gotta keep moving.
Well, we better drop some extra parts off we have here. I don't know if you know this, but Polaris is Roseau's the home of Polaris. We're at D&E in Roseau here. Stopped at the front counter. Dropped off a few parts that we didn't need. I'm gonna show you guys around the store a little bit here. All kinds of toys. I'm glad Dane doesn't have the checkbook because we'd be coming home with all kinds of stuff. Look at this thing. 1,000. That's pretty slick, huh? They're getting more and more like a vehicle. Look at that. That guy, he needs to eat some more. He's kind of thin. Huh. Well, that's pretty cool. Well, if you're ever coming through Roseau and you need something to do with Polaris, stop by D&E. Hold on. I had to get my hat. Well, we're gonna go and work on the organizing the parts area here. I know you like my hat.
This is the, is this that fancy oil for the hubs? And the sprayer?
Oh, more than likely. No, it's High Guard.
It's Fable Viscoit.
What is it called?
Fable Viscoit.
What?
Or
Viscous.
Viscoite. Oite. With a E on the end.
We come back here and we're like, well, what should we work on? Well, we should probably organize the parts area here. Well, as you can tell,
It's fairly organized.
yeah, it's really organized, yeah.
What's the deal with this? Why is this out of the box?
That is a carbon filter for the sprayer. They're expensive. And it just, when it was in a box, it got lost with everything else and you didn't know what it was. I didn't want it going in a tractor. But anyway, we got some stuff organized, but then you get into here and it's kind of a mess. And does anyone want a bin monitoring system? Grain bin management. I think this was like a $7,000. We'll have to pull it open. Maybe one of you guys could use it. Another thing is, anybody out there got a 1468 that needs mufflers? Got a set up here. And then this here's kind of a mess. This is the truck stuff kind of gets all cobbled together. Oh, look. Here's some nice stainless steel painted black straight pipes for 1468. But anyway, we're going in here and I forgot we got these. They are footrests for tractors. Oh my. You could stand on them babies.
It looks like they're for Bigfoot.
If I remember right, they just bolt right to the floor on each side of the deal. I'll have to go see. Well, we're not going to bore you with this. We're going to work on it, and then we'll show you what the end project looks like here when we kind of...
Steering wheel. Now we can just go and drive ourselves crazy.
All right. Turn you back on later.
That poor son of a ice cream pail, he's not gonna make it too much longer. He's just we could put our hand up there and hold him a little bit and give him a break. He'll end up one day he'll come over and he'll be on the floor and he'll be like, "F it, I give up." Probably 20 pounds in there.
I don't know what's in there exactly.
Supposed to only hold a pound of ice cream, but
Yeah.
2 hours later.
Been at it for about an hour. Maybe a little better. This has gotten better already. Started an inventory list. So we're gonna do like this whole section is gonna be for the platform headers. Over here we're gonna do for the corn headers. It'll get there, but just takes a little time. So it was spread out all the way over to here, but now so far we've already got it up to there, and once we organize we'll have more room than we thought, you know. So well, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't know if I told you guys or if my camera died on that transmission on that other Pete. So I called Tybert's out of Minto and talked to them. Talked to Melvin in Minto, North Dakota, and about that transmission, and he said if the back output shaft ain't wiggly, he said then your bearings are good. And he said the guys in the shop were worried about the tranny being no good because there were some filings where they pulled the shifting tower off. Melvin knew exactly what he was talking about because there's a little dip on top there. He says, yeah, there's probably a few filings in there, huh? I said, yeah, there's just a few. And he goes, that's pretty common. He said, that transmission's good. So I'm glad we didn't have to put a transmission in. The guys at the mechanic shop are just being cautious, but it also pays to have guys that are really specialized in what they do. So you can call them and yep, just like that. He knew exactly what transmission and everything. So thanks to them guys in Minto. Well, good day. We're busy working in the parts area still. Ivan showed up today. Haven't seen him for a while. I figured he'd have a full beard or something, but no beard yet. He's working on the RX. You want to tell him what you're doing?
Sure. So we're putting the foot pegs in so we can rest our feet when we're driving tractor all day. We pulled the floor out and then we pulled out the old bolts on the steering console and put new bolts in, and yeah, then we'll have our nice foot pegs.
Well, there you have it. Just gonna get them put in before we know it. He's quick. We're gonna show you what he put them steps in the RX here, and he put them in the sprayer, but this one's sitting right here, so we'll climb up there and then see what they're like. There they are, put in. Oh yeah, much better. I'm gonna have Dane build one that we can bolt to the wall here and then put up here. So we gotta figure out where and how we can do that so we don't drill into a bunch of electrical stuff. But yeah, this is nice. Just like a quad track now. Well, now you've seen that. So anyway, this is getting to be a little better. Dane's doing inventory. So how you setting this up, Dane?
I don't. Just trying to mix the oil filters with the air filters.
That way we have no idea what we're looking at.
And like the fuel filters that'll fit in an engine oil filter box, I'm switching them all.
Oh guys, you seen that in the background there? All of our discs for our planter. Dane and Ivan did a nice job there. This takes a while, but it pays in the long run. Boy, this is the first day in like, I don't know, quite a few days that these haven't been on running steady. This is primary and then that's secondary. So this one runs most of the time and then that one kicks on when it's needed, but they're not on actually. So it's actually, let's see, what is the temp? Is it above zero now? Nope, not quite broke zero yet. It's -2 yet, but it's still a lot better than -20. Okay, I'm on my way to Warroad. I got a call from a buddy this morning, Jade. You'll meet him in a little bit. I don't know who else is gonna go on this little adventure, but I got the sled in the back. Had to do some last minute things to the sled that I should have done earlier, like wash it. And so now I'm running a little behind. Well, we're gonna take a little trip up to the northwest angle. We're gonna head across Lake of the Woods, head up to the angle for lunch, and then tool around up there maybe a little bit and come back. So I'll take you guys with and show you a little bit about that country up there. So I got her full of fuel, full of oil, got my stuff with in the back. We'll change when we get there quick and off we go. Hopefully the guys don't have to wait too long for me or I'm gonna catch heck.
Living on the riverside, taking it all in my.
Well, we made it. Record time.
On the riverside, I'm taking life like a big long ride. You stay on your side and I'll stay on mine. You take what you want and I'll take the sunshine.
I'm already gonna get static. I already know it. Hey, I made it!
Oh, Jesus, cameras.
All right, I better get my stuff on before I catch too much hell. Well guys, we made it. Northwest angle. Most northerly point. So we're at Jerry's, and right there, we're gonna go in and get something to eat. That's a nice sled, eh?
Last of its kind.
Well, you said you had heated seats?
Yeah.
Holy,
My ass got hot.
your ass got hot.
Went from high to low and then I shut it off.
Well, we're gonna go in and get something to eat. You ready to go?
We're ready.
Look at this service.
Yeah?
Looking's free, touching's gonna cost you.
Geez, that's pretty nice. I don't know too many guys that'll give you free fuel and food.
No, I want to get my sled home. God. I didn't think that one through.
Don't worry, Jade, it's only like $10 a gallon.
Yeah. Well, you know it's good. High octane.
Good petrol. What the hell are you guys going on here? Propane tanks and stuff?
Well, this ain't no lollygagging.
Oh.
Yeah, propane and 5-gallon buckets for
This
fishing.
is strictly ice fishing rig.
That's right.
Well, we're gonna hop on the sleds and head back. Maybe go to Sunset Lodge. We'll see. We'll see you back home.
Alright guys, have a good one.
See ya. Well, we made her back in one piece, boys. Just having a few beers in the shop here, and gonna get loaded up and head back to the farm. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Yeah. Well, it's starting to warm up outside, so that means it's about 30-mile-an-hour winds. Well, Dane's getting that ready. Here's the panel they made. They did a really nice job. Look at this. The light's gonna go. We just put the grommet in there, and boy, she fits in there just perfect. Look at that.
What is it? What do we call it?
Nice and snug. Hold on, I'll come up there and look.
Oh, it's gonna work. It's gonna work real nice. So this bend here on this piece is, this bend and this bend together is just a little snugger than we want it. So I'm just trying to open it a little bit and trying to pry it up a little bit.
Did it fit? No, not too bad. It just needs silicone.
We'll just weld this here.
Yeah.
And all the welds will be on the outside, so when we do this again, it'll be easy to access.
No, not happening. This
Yeah,
is
you're
like,
doing the next one.
This is like one of them things like you'll never do it again. Next time his auger's out, he'll think of that right away.
Yeah.
Be like, oh shit.
I'm not unloading on the go. We're just stopping.
Yeah,
unloading, and
like in the 50s.
yeah.
Just leave the combine running wide open and then just unload into the wagon.
Mm-hmm.
No, that looks good. Good enough.
Now we can weld it on.
Well, got a new toy showing up at the farm here. Looks like we're gonna have to do some washing. Maybe that's just powder. That's just baby powder type stuff. Well, you made her.
I made it. How are you?
Good. I thought that was salt on the tracks there for a little bit. And I'm like, no, that can't be. It's like some sort of powder. I suppose for the new tracks.
Yep, all new tracks get talc when they go out.
Yep. Yeah, it's probably better to leave her running than shut her off.
Yeah, it's just a little bit too cold. Didn't want to risk it with the couple-hour drive.
Yeah. Well, we'll get her off and get her inside. Gotta get that, go get the other 2-track out. Boy, it don't take you long.
No, you get pretty good after a while.
All right, well, we'll let him back that off and then we'll switch him out. Goodbye, old girl. Well, there she is. He's got her on. Chain her down and away she goes.
Seagull, you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm good with it. Let's go see the new one. Ivan just got here and he didn't even notice, Dane.
Notice what?
Didn't even notice.
What?
Over here. See if there's something different over there.
Oh, yeah, I seen the tracks when I drove.
Oh,
in.
you dirty bugger.
I seen the tracks going around. I'm like, oh, I wonder if the new tractor is here.
She's here. What do you think?
It's nice.
Pretty cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They've been out for a little while, but it's still cool. It's kind of fun still to get something different.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Just the way it was from factory. Had a little gap there, and you don't get much better than that, Dane.
Well, I don't know if I'd say that.
Almost like it never happened.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we got our panel on. We got her done. So we got it all welded on here. So nice. Stitch that on. Got her welded up here. We got my tack welds, fillet welds here. Got her all back the way she was. We had the boys at Fabtech there in Roseau. They laser cut this piece out. We brought him the other one. It was all bent up, but he was able to measure it good enough and have some specs to go by. And they laser cut it and bent it in the press brake, and it popped right on and worked good. I had to tweak it just a little bit on the bottom. I had to kind of bring out the radius on this bend a little bit, but minor detail. So now I'm gonna adjust this door panel. We loosened this up. This is supposed to be up here, this panel. So we'll adjust that back up and put the bolts back in and put that panel back on. That goes on up front here. And probably scuff it up and put some paint on it. Anyway, we got our new piece on. It's like brand new. Just like it never happened, Steph.
All right, we're gonna talk about the new 340 that showed up today. Out with the old, in with the new. This is not new. It's a 2021 340. It has a lot of nice features on it. For instance, this tractor has got the wide stance kit on it. So it's an expensive kit that goes on to make it extra wide. And you're probably wondering, well, why do you need that? When we run 22-inch rows, we have tram lines on the planter that are the exact same width as this. So the row spacing of the corn is just a little bit wider, and it makes it a little nicer for when we come back and side dress, because then we can use the same exact tracks as I plant in. The other benefit to that too is having a wider tractor like this. We have the sprayer is set up on the exact same spacing. So the tractor pulling the planter is able to put down some tram lines, and then after that the side dresser comes, and then after that the sprayer, or however, doesn't matter which way they come. But anyway, we got multiple passes in the field, and every time we make a pass we're using the exact same track. So I like it. It works out really nice. To be honest with you, I didn't really plan it that way. Our previous 2-track, that 310 that came out of from a potato farm, had this wide stance kit on it. It worked really good, and we wanted another one just like it. So that's why we ended up making sure it had that. Brand new tracks on it. The tracks that were on this tractor when we bought it, or when I seen it, were the directional tracks. But after they brought it back to the impact center, they noticed they had one of them had a little bit of a slice in it. So Mike at True North called me up and he said, Mark, here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put brand new tracks on your tractor. What kind do you want? Do you want the chevron, or do you want the angle, you know, the one-way lug? And I said, well, what's kind of everyone going to for resale and stuff like that for down the road? He said everyone seems to be gravitating towards the chevron lug, which is the tractor style lug. And so that's what we went with. And I think it maybe pulls a little straighter too, and than the directional lug. But does have suitcase weights up front. It does have the starter plate here, so it did have additional weight up in the front. Maybe we'll put that on. I don't know. We don't really need it. I think the only reason you'd need it is if you're pulling like a sugar beet lifter or something to do with potatoes, or you know, you get that extreme tongue weight, then you'd probably put that on. Or grain cart, I guess some guys do that if they got grain carts. That gives you that more planted front end. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to get it hooked onto the planter and see what it'll do there. But very nice, clean machine, second owner tractor here. So nothing new. I mean, this tractor, you've seen it all over. This isn't like anything revolutionary here. It's just a newer horse for our farm. It doesn't have the signature package, but it's got the deluxe package, and so that's got the leather seat and stuff like that in it. So yeah, Ivan and I started putting some stuff in here. We got the two-way put in. I don't like, you know, putting it on the ceiling or anything like that, so we put an angle bracket in here, and we put our secondary display up here. But other than that, just a nice clean tractor. Well guys, I'm taking off. I want to say thanks for watching, and if you haven't had a chance to check out our dryer series on grain dryers, mixed flow dryers, I encourage you to go down and check that out. A lot of good information if you're interested in anything to do with grain dryers. Steph's been doing a really good job putting that together for you guys. Anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe. See ya.